काय फ्रेंड्स, तयारी झाली का गणपती बाप्पांना घरी आणायची? As you guys know, Ganpati Bappa loves the Ukdiche Modak. I don't feel as though I'm celebrating this festival if I don't make this Ukdiche Modak for our Lord Ganesha at home. So, a lot of people these days are buying it from outside. Today I want to show you an easy way. This is a very easy way. It's not a very difficult dish. Make this at home and get the pleasure of serving our Lord Ganesha. Welcome to Something's Cooking with Alpa, and let's look at the ingredients. 1 cup of fresh coconut, which is grated. 1 cup of rice flour, that is chawal ka atta. 1 cup of jaggery, which is good. We're also going to need 1.5 cup of water. Cinnamon powder, that is dalchini, 1/4 teaspoon. Nutmeg, that is jaifal. You're just going to need a pinch of it. Cardamom, that is elaichi, 1/4 teaspoon. Poppy seeds, that's khaskhas, 1 teaspoon. Pure clarified butter, that's ghee, 1 teaspoon. And a pinch of salt. These are the ingredients that you're going to need to make this recipe. So let's get started. What you're going to need, here is a pot like this in which you're going to boil the water. So I'm going to pour this 1.5 cup of water and boil it. While this water is getting boiled, we are going to add a pinch of salt along with a little bit of the clarified butter. Just this much is more than enough. So our water has started boiling. It's time for us to turn off the gas. We are now going to add this rice flour, but we're not going to add it all together, just little by little, and keep mixing it. So we keep adding and keep mixing. Keep adding and keep mixing. This is the most important and crucial part. If you get the outer layer correctly, you have won 1/2 of the show. So we've mixed everything together and it has become like a dough right now. We're going to let this rest. We're going to cover this up and we are going to let it rest. So meanwhile, while this is resting, we work on the stuffing part. For the stuffing, we take a kadai. We turn the stove on, and we're gonna dry roast the poppy seeds. So I dry roasted the poppy seeds just to remove the air out of it. And then we are going to add a little bit of ghee, which is the clarified butter. To that, we are going to add the grated coconut. And the jaggery. So we're going to just mix this till the time the jaggery starts melting. So it's going to take a little time, but we have made the jaggery into fine pieces, so not that long, but we have to keep mixing everything together. Now while we are doing that, we need to also remember to add all our dry spices. So I'm adding all our dry spices: dalchini, nutmeg, cardamom, and of course the poppy seeds. Mix it well. We're just going to mix this till the time the jaggery has melted. So our mix is ready. So I'm going to just now turn off the gas and transfer this mix into a bowl to bring it to room temperature. Now when you're working with jaggery, you have to remember one thing, That is, it should not turn sticky. Jaggery can very easily caramelize and turn sticky, and then it will become like chicky, you know. Have you had the Lonavala chicky? Then it will become like that. So you don't want to do that. You want to be very careful. Also, the thing about jaggery is that if you want, you can use less. You want more, you can put more. I have used 1 cup. You can always go for 3/4 cup if you want a little less on the sweeter side. I have a sweet tooth, so I don't mind a little bit more on the sweeter side. So I'm going to wait for this to come to room temperature. So while our stuffing is resting, let's focus on the rice flour. So our rice flour was resting while we were making the stuffing. So what we now need to do is transfer this into a plate or platter, whatever you are comfortable with, and we are going to just play around with it. We're going to try to soften it, smoothen it, make it into a very even dough. I have a little bit of clarified ghee over here. I'm just going to take this much, apply it to my hands like this, and I'm going to mix this like this together. And I'm going to keep doing this. And if your dough is a little tough, then you need to add, you can always add a little bit of hot water. You can use your palms like this to press it and bring it together. Just press it and bring it together. You need to do this for some time, so don't mind the exercise. You are going to be getting really good modaks by the end of this. Now I prefer to do this in pieces. You can always do all together. It's all up to you, but I just prefer to do it in pieces like this. Take half of the dough, make it soft, and then put your focus on the other rest of the half. So our dough is nice and soft. What I'm going to do is take a piece like this, small bowl, almost of the size of a small line, and make a round ball like this. And then I'm going to just press it and keep pressing like this, like this. Make sure it's even from all sides. And then in the center, we're gonna take this stuffing. We're gonna put the stuffing over here. 3/4 of a teaspoon is good enough. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this like this and press it like this. We're going to go the same way, press it like this. Same way, press it like this. You're making petals out of it. Press it like this. Okay, one last. Press it like this. Okay. So as you see what I've done, now we are just going to slowly press the sides and bring it all together. Even it up with your fingers as you go along, and we are going to repeat the same process with the rest of the dough. So the modaks are ready to be steamed. I've taken a plate which has holes so that we can steam the modak. I've applied a little bit of ghee, that is clarified butter, on the surface of this plate. And in a pressure cooker, I've added a little bit of water and I have let it come to a boil. And now when the water starts boiling, we're going to keep this over here like this, and we're just going to cover it up. Steam them for 10 to 12 minutes on medium-high flame. And I want to tell you a few important things about this modak. Making modaks, making the stuffing and making the dough is pretty simple. But making the shape, making that perfect shape can be a little difficult. It needs a little practice. It's not impossible, just a little practice and you will get it. But you can also buy a mold which is easily available in the market, and you can just put this dough inside and you can put the stuffing and close it, and you'll get your perfect little modak. Also, if you don't want to go that route, Ganpati Bappa is there to appreciate the efforts that you have made, not the shape. He definitely appreciates that you're making this modak for him. He does not care whether it's round shape or if it is the modak shape, whether it is perfect or it's not. It's the effort that he's looking in. So in 10-12 minutes we'll come back and have a look at our modaks. So 12 minutes are up. Let's look at the modak. Wow, look at that, look at that. Only the best for our Ganpati Bappa. When you're making this, make sure, like if you're making this as a prasad for Ganpati Bappa, make sure that you don't taste it. Otherwise it becomes, you cannot serve it to our Lord. So now I'm going to pour a little bit of ghee on top. And now that we've served Ganpati Bappa, I'm going to have a bite. I'm going to cut it for you guys so you can see how nice and filled it is with the goodies. Now, just take a little of ghee and pour it in there. You have to have ghee with this modak. While cooking, you hardly used any ghee. So right now, over here, go for it. It's really hot. I don't want this to be sticking to my tongue. Hot. Hot. It's come out just perfect. Just absolutely perfect. The filling, the stuffing, right amount of sweetness for me. As I said, you can always alter the amount of jaggery that you put in here, but it is just absolutely perfect. So do subscribe to my channel, like my page, and do write me a comment. And do visit my website, which is www.somethingscookingwithalpa.com. You got it. So do let me know कशी वाटली तुम्हाला ही रेसिपी, आणि प्लीज नेक्स्ट टाइम आपण परत लवकरच भेटू. Until then, take care. Bye bye.